Feeling overwhelmed? Discover how a simple routine, quality sleep, regular exercise, and self confidence can transform your life. Dive into these practical tips to conquer stress and embrace a happier, healthier you. Chronic stress can lead to poor health, high blood pressure, diabetes, and even an increased risk of cancer. Moreover, once cancer develops, excessive stress can further shorten life expectancy. Cutting edge research is raising this alarm. First, we look into what this research said. Then we will explore some excellent remedies for reducing stress. Reducing stress in life is a must. Let's face it, we have all had our doubts, haven't we? Prolonged stress can indeed make you unwell. Today, Mikaela Egbert from Johns Hopkins University Bloomberg School of Public Health has validated this doubt. Dr. Egbert and her team found the kind of chemical reactions in the body that lead to cancer from stress. The word cancer tends to strike fear in many of us, but here is something worth thinking about. 30 to 50%, nearly half of the cancer are preventable. This is coming from WHO and their world-renowned researchers. In our daily lives, we often tangled in a web of stress. Today, let's learn about the symptoms that suggest you might have chronic stress. We will explore the difference between acute stress and chronic stress. In the third section, we'll delve into the stress-cancer link, especially for those who want a deeper understanding. And finally, the fourth part will offer some simple, cost-free ways to escape stress. I was quite surprised by some of these tips, and I bet you will be too. Acute stress. Imagine this. You arrive at the platform just in time to see your train pulling away. Or you are walking down the street and a bike nearly collides with you. Or perhaps you get caught in a sudden downpour and come home drenched. These are all examples of acute stress. They appear suddenly and disappear just as quickly. While these experiences can be quite unpleasant, scientific evidence suggests that they are not harmful to our bodies. For millions of years, human body has been trained to handle acute stress very well. In ancient times, when a cave person encountered a tiger or stepped on a snake, this acute stress would help them run to safety. Even today, when we experience acute stress, our eyes see, our ears hear, and we become aware. Then, our body engages in a complex exchange of signals between hormones and the nervous system. Our heart rate increases, our breathing quickens, our mouth dries up, and our blood pressure rises. We get that fight or flight feeling. Our pupils dilate, but once the danger passes, everything calms down. However, chronic stress, which persists over a long period, can be harmful. Chronic stress. Imagine having to work in an office you detest, living in a house you don't want to be in, or maintaining a relationship you dislike. Dealing with toxic people with a smile or being perpetually down in the dumps, always thinking about what didn't go right. These are all examples of chronic stress. Unlike acute stress, which comes and goes quickly, chronic stress lingers and has got more side effects. Chronic stress is pretty common and its symptoms can be quite startling. You might experience unexplained pain in your hands, feet, neck, or head, feel fatigued often, find it hard to concentrate, or suffer from muscle cramps for no apparent reason. You might struggle to get enough sleep, feel nervous, or deal with anxiety. These signs mean it's time to take action. If left unchecked, chronic stress does not just lead to high blood pressure and heart issues, it also impairs your decision-making abilities and your memory. Your day might feel disorganized, leading to what we call time management problem. For women, chronic stress can cause menstrual issues and fibroids. And if that is not enough, it also increases the risk of cancer. We knew about it from old days. Our elders often advised us to stay calm and not lose our temper. They understood that if we got too worked up, we would not be able to make good decisions and our health would suffer. They learned these things through experience, passing down such warnings from generation to generation for centuries. They may not have known what happens at the microscopic level in our bodies when we are stressed. But today, we do. Science has proven it. And that's why we need to be even more cautious. We will dive into a bit of scientific discussion. If you are only interested on how to avoid stress, you can skip this part and go straight to the solutions on our YouTube chapters. Genes and stress. Now things get complex. How our body, health, and mind function depends on chromosomes and genes we inherit from our parents. These chromosomes and genes contain blueprints of various chemicals and proteins. ATF3. Among the myriads of proteins our bodies produce from genes, there is an important one called activating transcription factor 3 or ATF3. ATF3 helps cell commit suicide, a handy little trick to keep rogue cells in check. Research from Ohio State University shows that when cancer starts sneaking its way into a couple of cells, our body's immune system recognizes these cancer cells as dangerous. It then goes on to offensive, trying to kill them off. If our immune system could always identify and destroy these bad cells, many cancers would not even get a chance to develop. However, some cancer cells have a sneaky power. They draw strength for their own mischief, working on human chromosomes and producing more and more ATF protein. Before the body's immune warrior cells can even battle the cancer cells, they are driven to suicide by the influence of ATF3, like scoring a suicidal same-side goal. They destroy themselves even before the battle begins, allowing cancer cells to grow unchecked. So, by increasing ATF3, cancer cells thrive because the bodies cannot fight against them. If we are constantly under stress, the immune cells, like natural killer cells, neutrophils, and certain type of T cells, are already crippled by the influence of ATF3. These cells are not just cancer fighters. They defend against many other diseases too. Stress hormones keep the body so busy that its immunity becomes paralyzed. As body stays busy for something else, cancer spreads throughout the body or metastasizes. The scientists who discovered these links might not yet have a Nobel Prize, but in my humble opinion, and according to esteemed scientists and reviewers, such discoveries could very well change the future of humanity altogether. That's the problem laid out. So, what is the solution? How do we escape stress? Ways to escape stress. Let's share a few ways to escape stress. First, let's understand, no matter the circumstances, taking care of ourselves is crucial. Life can be tough, but there are some simple ways to keep stress at bay. First of all, daily routine. Our bodies and minds thrive on routine. These are known as habits. Having a routine can ultimately help protect you from stress. When I tell my little one to brush their teeth and study first thing in the morning, they wonder why it cannot be done in any other order. The answer is simple. Having a sequence for our habits is key. When we are stressed, following our routines can help us forget our worries, even if just for a while. Incorporate certain habits into your life, especially before sleeping or right after waking up. Some major habits include exercise at a set time each day, listening to soothing music like Hariprasad Chaurasia's tunes before bed, using lavender-scented products in the bathroom, and studying at the same table and chair daily. Both big and small habits can help. Even on days when you are exhausted from stress, maintaining these habits can reduce your anxiety, though not immediately. Over the years, you will notice the difference and the benefits. 2. Getting enough sleep is important. How do you sleep well? Stress often keeps us awake. Sleep medicine isn't about tablets. It's about tiring yourself with enough physical activity and exercise. Eat moderate meals and opt for heavier meals in the morning rather than dinner. Establish good sleeping habits. Go to bed at the same time every day. Sleep in the same bed and avoid using the bed for activities other than sleeping. Your brain needs to associate the bed with sleep. If possible, sleep in a dark room. Avoid electronic devices, TV, computer, news channels, or smartphones before bed. Also, limit the intake of tea, coffee, or alcohol before bedtime. 3. Regular exercise. I have mentioned regular exercise so many times that you are probably bored of hearing it from me. But exercise increases the friendly natural killer cells in our bodies. Trust me, it's worth it. Right decisions. Learn to say no to steps and decisions in your life that can pull you away from your future goals or create problems with your values. It is all about making the right choices. 5. Self-confidence. Believe in yourself. There is no reason to doubt your capabilities. Take your time to question if what you are doing is right. If the answer is yes, dive in with full focus and force. Don't further seek praise from others. This is known as external validation. Avoid it. 6. Daily plan. Write down 3 things you need to accomplish at very start of the day. Carefully think about these tasks and put them in your calendar. Even if waves of stress hit you, these tasks will guide you through just as a lighthouse guide a ship in the storm. They hold the key to your freedom. These 3 things must be written in the morning for a strategy to succeed. 7. 3 words at night. Before you go to bed, write down 3 positive things that happened to you today. We have got a complete research article called Happiness in 3 Words, linked below for you. It is a wonderful habit to end your day on a good note. Don't forget the WHO booklet. The WHO has written a booklet with plenty of practical solutions to avoid chronic stress. Because after all, chronic stress is becoming epidemic. The link is in the description. This free online book is beautifully illustrated with stories that you will enjoy reading. Understand life's challenges. Life has its share of problems. We need to learn to live well despite them. The most important thing is to learn to respect yourself and regain your own self-confidence. That's all today. We'll see you soon over another article.